pulling off tonight's dish will be the hardest one yet.
Yeah.
Because the time has come for the most iconic, the most feared challenge of every MasterChef season. You all know what it is, right?
Keeping Up with Gordon.
Bam!
Today, I'm bringing the intense pressure of MasterChef into my kitchen by attempting Gordon Ramsay's buckwheat and honey glazed duck breast, a dish from his 3-Michelin-starred restaurant.
Pan-roasted buckwheat-crusted duck breasts sat on a bed of parsnip puree, finished with a sweet and sour endive, garnished with pickled daikon, pickled cherries, and glazed with an amazing port wine sauce. Okay.
All right.
This dish is literally straight off the menu at Restaurant Gordon Ramsay, and one of the reasons why we've held 3 Michelin stars for nearly 25 years.
I have just over an hour to nail crispy duck, silky parsnip puree, sweet and sour endive, quick pickles, and a port wine glaze. Every step is a potential disaster. Let's go. Time starts now. First rule, use all 5 burners. Burner 1 is for the duck. Burner 2 for the parsnip puree. Burner 3 for the port glaze. Burner 4 for pickling. Burner 5 for the endive. It's go time. First, the duck. I score the skin in a tight crosshatch, careful not to cut the meat. This is crucial for crispness. I season it heavily and place it skin side down in a cold pan on burner 1. I turn the heat to medium-low. Patience is key. Over the next several minutes, the fat slowly renders, and the skin transforms from pale gold to a deep caramel amber. Now, a signature step, toasting the buckwheat. Once there's a good pool of duck fat, I sprinkle raw buckwheat groats directly into it. They sizzle and pop, toasting to a nutty brown and soaking up all that incredible savory flavor. This will add essential crunch later. Burner 4 is for pickling. I boil a mix of vinegar, water, and sugar. On burner 3, I start the glaze. I simmer ruby port, then carefully tilt the pan to flambe it. A quick blue flame burns off the alcohol, leaving deep sweetness. I add diced shallots to soften. On burner 2, I begin the parsnip puree, boiling chopped parsnips in salted water. This needs time to become completely tender. I slice daikon into thin rounds and shave some paper thin. I pit and slice cherries. The hot brine gets poured over them, instantly giving them a bright, sweet, tangy kick. Back to the duck. The skin is perfectly crisped. I flip it for 1 minute to sear the other side, then flip it skin side down again. The whole pan goes into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven to finish cooking to medium rare. The parsnips are now tender. I drain them thoroughly and blend them with butter, cream, and white pepper until smooth. But for that restaurant-quality silkiness, I take it further. I pass the entire puree through a fine mesh sieve. What comes out is velvety, flawless silk. Burner 5 is screaming hot for the endive. Here's a hiccup. I only found yellow endive, not the red and yellow mix the dish calls for. I'll adapt. Into the smoking pan it goes. A quick dusting of powdered sugar and a drizzle of balsamic vinegar create a fierce sizzle. I toss them for just 30 seconds until they're charred at the edges but still crunchy. Done. Back to the sauce on burner 3. The reduced port and shallots get a splash of sherry vinegar for brightness. I strain it, then whisk in cold butter until the sauce is glossy and luxurious. The duck is out of the oven, perfectly medium rare. I brush it with the port glaze and add the buckwheat onto the skin, then let it rest. Now, plating. A warm plate, a quenelle of that silky parsnip puree. The yellow endive leaves arranged in a star, a cluster of pickled daikon topped with the cherries, the duck placed on top of it. A layer of the toasted buckwheat covered the glazed skin, a careful drizzle of the glossy port sauce around the plate. It's done. Time to taste. The duck skin shatters with an audible crackle. Salty, savory, incredible. The meat is juicy and rich. The buckwheat adds a nutty crunch. The parsnip puree is cool, smooth, and subtly sweet, cutting through the richness. The pickles are sharp and bright. The endive is a perfect balance of sweet caramelization and tangy balsamic char. The sauce brings it all together. Deep, fruity, tangy, and rich. Together, in one bite, it's harmony. It's a perfect 10 out of 10. Complex, balanced, and incredibly rewarding. Final time, 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm exhausted and satisfied. But the MasterChef fantasy ends here. The reality is my sink. Burner 1's duck pan, Burner 2's pot and blender, Burner 3's saucepans, Burner 4's pickling pan, Burner 5's skillet. Every bowl, sieve, and tool. The beautiful plate was the tip of the iceberg. This mountain of dishes is the iceberg. It's the glorious, messy monument to the effort. Was it worth it? Absolutely. The mess is temporary. The skill and the memory of that perfect bite are permanent.